Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I am back with another video. Today I am going to be talking about Kaiju number 8. Or Kaiju No 8, or whatever it's called. Now for those of you who don't know what this anime is, it's somewhat like an Attack on Titan Kaiju. It's kind of like an Attack on Titan ripoff, but it's not a bad Attack on Titan ripoff. If anything, it's a good one. And let me explain why. For starters, because we already know that we were probably going to get an anime that was probably going to be similar to Attack on Titan. Plus, man, remind you all that we got that sad-ass ending of Attack on Titan that clearly is still being hated to this very day. Even I'm still shocked that this is the most hated ending of Attack on Titan. And honestly, I wish that someone could change the ending and give it an ending that we deserve to have. But instead, the creator of Attack on Titan, or director, or whatever, wanted to go a bit more of a realistic scenario and just basically be like the cycle of violence will never end. Where I find that just dumb, where it's an anime. Most animes don't really follow, majority of animes don't follow a realistic scenario, so why should this anime follow a realistic scenario? If this ending was not, if this ended, or if the message of this series was basically like, the cycle of violence will always continue, then what's the point of the Titans existing in the Attack on Titan franchise? Tell me, what was the purpose for their existence? What, to move the plot along? Honestly, that's how I feel about the Titans in this anime. I don't feel like they are a real threat to humanity. Instead, they're just there to move the plot along. And that's disappointing. Apparently, the real enemy, the real main antagonist of Attack on Titan just so happens to be our main hero. And that's just dumb. Like, really? You're gonna turn a beloved character, a worshipped character, into a villain? Really? That's how we're gonna do this? Even to this day, folks, I want to freaking go up to the director and just flat out question why did he chose a somewhat realistic scenario, or more like a realistic message. It's just an anime. You can create your own ending, and yet you chose this ending. And the other reason why I like the other animes a bit better, like Fairy Tail, Tokyo Ghoul, Akame Got Killed, freaking, what else? Ruby, because they don't really follow a realistic scenario or have a realistic message. And honestly, so far, that's what Kaiju No 8, or Kaiju number 8, or whatever, is kind of doing so far. Right? Keep in mind, I haven't seen the whole series yet. I only saw a few clips here and there. At first, I did saw a few, like a trailer of it, but I just kind of ignore it. And I saw someone doing like their breakdown of the trailer and how it's kind of better than Attack on Titan, and at first I was kind of offended. But now I take it back. This is a actually decent, okay anime. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of both anime and manga spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, please don't watch this video. Go watch the anime yourself, or check out the manga, and come back to this video. So, basically, our story kind of begins with our human character, our main protagonist, who is somewhat of like a cleaner guy, and he really hates his job. And wants to become a very powerful soldier to kill the Kaiju. Not only that, he kind of has a love interest, where they kind of knew each other as kids, which is somewhat similar to Eren and Mikasa. But, anyways. And, well, while she becomes a very powerful and very popular soldier, he's kind of slacking off, and at this point, there almost seems to be no hope for this guy to become a very powerful soldier. But one day, or one night, a kaiju-like bug kind of flies into his mouth and turns him into Kaiju number 8. He doesn't become a gigantic kaiju. If anything, he becomes like a relatively human-sized kaiju, if not a little taller than a normal-sized human being. And he becomes pretty powerful in this form. In his kaiju form, he actually puts up a very decent fight. Hell, I've seen a clip and he kills a kaiju with just one punch. One punch. That's just insane. Speaking of which, his kaiju form is actually terrifying. Every time I look at it, it's just terrifying. It's like so spiky. It's like what happens if you combine a little bit of Godzilla and a little bit of that electricity that Gamera had whenever he was charging up for his fire breath and Gamera Rebirth, and his like menacing skull like head that kind of resembles a skull crawler in Eren's Titan form. That's what it looks like. It's just so terrifying. And he doesn't roar. He actually talks in this form. In the end, I like this anime. It's just, well, I haven't really seen the full series yet, but like I said, I have seen some clips, and so far, it's actually getting my attention, and actually, I think I might become a fan of this series. I don't consider this anime to be an Attack on Titan ripoff. I think, in the end, I would consider it as Attack on Titan's successor. I think that's what I would consider this anime. Not a Attack on Titan ripoff, but Attack on Titan's successor. And the more I think about it, it kind of reminds me on how Godzilla vs. Destroyer played out, where Godzilla died from his burning form, Godzilla Jr. becomes a full-grown Godzilla. And kind of becomes the new king of the monsters. That's what I consider it. It's like that. Attack on Titan's like Godzilla dying from its burning form. And Godzilla Jr. becomes the new king of the monsters. And takes his place. Attack on Titan died, and Kaiju number 8, or Kaiju no 8, or whatever, takes its place. So, yeah. Even though Attack on Titan is gone, I think, at this point, I think it'll always be remembered as one of the best animes. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Tell me in the comments below, have you seen the anime or read the manga? If so, tell me what you think about it. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.